Hi, it's been a while. I haven't really posted much long form videos made especially for YouTube in a while. I had to take a step back because I was feeling slightly burnt out and I wasn't enjoying it as much as I did before. So I knew I had to make some changes. So I took some time off to kind of just reassess and figure out where I was and what I wanted to do. I was also on a break. I took a trip and I only just recently got back. And now I'm feeling especially refreshed and ready to take on the day and get more creative and try out new things in my kitchen. I did get to eat and try out a lot of food during my trip, and I'm getting a lot of inspiration from those. And now I'm ready to just figure out what to do, taking it one day at a time. For now, I do have this recipe that involves some freshly harvested garlic chives or kuchay from my garden that I actually left, and when I got back it was like really lush and needed some trimming, and I just wanted to create something out of like just a spur of the moment thing without really planning. Just cook something and use up whatever leftovers I had in my fridge and just season it as I went. That's what I love about cooking. It's easily adjustable depending on how things go and how you like it. And that's pretty much just really what I love about what I do. It's that having that sense of control sometimes if you want to clear your head and just think while you're chopping something. And yeah, so we're gonna start with the tofu. This one is just like extra firm tofu, but it's brown because of the five spice, and you'll find this in your local Chinese or Asian store. They're really nice and handy to have in the fridge because they last weeks, especially if you keep them and store them well. And they're white on the inside, brown on the inside, very firm and great for a lot of different recipes, but I particularly love them stir-fried or just mixed in like fried rice and even noodle dishes. So I also have some mushrooms, and these have been sitting in the fridge for a few days. I just wanted to use them up, as well as these enoki mushrooms that I just broke apart, and I also wanted to slice these in half, and so I did. So I sliced my mushrooms up and just cut them into smaller pieces. And I really love working with mushrooms because they add a nice texture to different dishes. And like each type of mushroom has their distinct like flavor and also their distinct texture that adds a nice like textural interest in dishes. So here are the plate of mushrooms and also the tofu and some onions. And of course, the garlic chives or kuchay. They look like they're a lot, but trust me, when you cook them down, they're just gonna wilt down. And for the oil, I just use neutral oil. I also have this like spicy garlic and oil just for the extra spice and also that aroma from the garlic. We also have some fresh garlic, not so fresh because it came from the fridge, and some vegetarian oyster sauce. So this one I love to use in stir fries. It's very thick like stir fry sauce. And this one is a dark mushroom soy sauce. It's actually not salty. It just adds a nice caramel color and extra umami to your dish, so it's optional. But not optional is some soy sauce. This one is just regular soy sauce from Lee Kum Kee that I love. And for the pan, I just heated mine. I actually used an induction cooker. I use an induction cooker often actually since it's very energy efficient and it's also easier to clean. And I just stir fried my onion with a bit of the garlic and spicy oil. I just cooked that down before adding in some minced garlic. Cook for like 30 seconds to a minute before adding your mushrooms. I broke some more apart and just cook these over high heat and season them with soy sauce, veg oyster sauce. Give everything a good mix and just leave it to cook down before adding in the tofu. And the tofu is just pretty much cooked already, but it's nice to mix it in to absorb some of the flavor. I added some dark soy sauce and just gave everything another stir. For adding in some sugar and pepper. Season more to your taste depending on your preference. If we're adding in the chives or kuchay, and trust me, this really looks a lot, but wait like a few 2 minutes and it's just gonna cook down and get really wilted. But you want to cook this over high heat so it doesn't overcook, just right, if you know what I mean. And that's pretty much it. I wanted to taste this to see if it was good. I think I needed a bit more seasoning, so I put a bit more soy sauce, gave it another good mix, and this is pretty much the finished stir fry. I took this out of the heat, placed it on a plate, and this is pretty much the finished mushroom, tofu, and garlic chive stir fry. Very simple, really hearty, Perfect if you're looking for an easy meal, and also great to have as a side with your other mains. But I had mine as is with a bowl of rice, and I just put that, scoop some over, place it over rice, and this was it. So I hope you enjoy this one, and if you try it out, let me know in the comments below or leave me a message. I love seeing what you cook. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.